stuck in the clouds. She begs me to calm down, says, boy, quit fooling around. I told her I love the view from up here. Warm sun and wind in my ear. Will watch the world from above as it turns to the rhythm of.
Tomorrow morning, we are going to be visited by a group, a very small hate group known as Westboro Baptist Church. They're out of Kansas. They're professional haters. They do as many as 6 or 7 pickets a day. They are coming to Cupertino tomorrow, not because we did anything to deserve that or to have them grace us with their presence, but largely they're in town to disrupt the celebration of life for Steve Jobs over at Apple Computer. And as you can imagine, that's a pretty big target. Apple's a famous company. Steve Jobs was a big name in our country and in the world, and they're having a celebration for his life tomorrow, and these folks like to picket funerals. I don't understand why. They like to picket funerals. They like people to feel bad when people are already miserable. And then they Googled, they spent some time on their hands and they thought, hey, why don't we see about high school? And since we happen to have Cupertino in our name, we were pretty easy to find. Okay? They hate everybody. Okay? They're not specific. But what will happen tomorrow when they visit us is that they will have made specific their hateful language on their signs and what's coming out of their mouths. And it will be very, very difficult to hear and difficult to see. Their goal is, large goal, is to make young people such as yourselves really upset and angry so that you respond to them. And then you want to try to get in an argument with them or be mad at them and do something physical to them. Because when that happens, they sue because their civil rights have been violated. They have a legal right to spew the kind of hate that they're going to be doing when they come tomorrow. There aren't going to be many of them, fewer than 10, but they do have a legal right to be on the sidewalk in front of our campus. We don't have to pay them any attention because they feed on that. They feed on the media attention. They feed on that discussion that might happen if somebody tries to argue with them. So the first thing I want to tell you is that we are not engaging with them. You're just not. You absolutely cannot talk to them, argue with them, scream at them, provoke them, taunt them, try to convince them they're wrong. We're not doing any of it. We're not going to throw things at them. We're not going to approach them and try to do something physical to them. We're going to pretend they aren't there. It's like they have these Harry Potter invisibility cloak around them. Okay? And we are going to do our own thing on campus, inside campus, to celebrate the love and acceptance and community that we have here. The best antidote to hate is love. The best antidote to intolerance is acceptance. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to ask that you guys come in. All right. I feel awful that they're going to be here tomorrow and then you're going to be exposed to them in any way. I really do. If I could protect you from it completely, I would. Okay? But what I'm going to tell you right now is they picked on the wrong kids. Yeah. These are my kids, and nobody bullies my kids. Woo! I know your teachers feel that way as well. So some of your student leaders are going to talk to you about the Unity Rally we have planned for tomorrow. What I want to share with you is this. Love, not hate, community and acceptance, not intolerance, non-engagement. Okay, we're not going to stoop to their level. We're not going to try to be clever. No one's going to be funny. Right? You're thinking, oh, I've got a funny way to shock them. No, you won't. This is what they do. Okay? So we're going to stay away from that. But we're going to have a unity rally inside our campus. Before I turn it over to Grady, I want to share with you that they're going to be right in front of the bus circle on the sidewalk. They have a legal right to be there on our side of the street, which stinks. But they're going to ask that you drop off or enter campus from the edges. The access road down by the band room, the football field gate will be open, the gate by the baseball field will be open. We're going to enter campus from the edges and stay away from the front of the school. Okay? Ready?
Everybody, so going off of Ms. Tomlin said we want to stay away from them as much as we can, because anything we do against them physically, like if we throw something at them, if they're right there, they can sue us. They can come after us. That's what we want to avoid. That's why we're routing our channels and we're going into the quad. So that's what's different. On Facebook, I know we were initially out on the streets and we're kind of protesting them from across the street. But since right now they're on front, close in our front yard, we can't do that and we want to ignore them. So right now our plan is to have the same activities, but we're going to have that in the quad. All the things that are on Facebook, all the things that are going on, that'll be inside the quad. We want to avoid them as much as we can. We'll have a lot of different activities that I was going to talk about later. And also we're going to have a blank white sheet of paper, poster paper on the mural, so when the day's over, people can reflect on their thoughts. They can take a pen and write what they felt and how the reaction is and how it has changed for them. Just anything you want to kind of release what you felt this day. But we really just want to not touch them. We don't want any part of them. We don't want to go to their level. I know they're going to be speaking a lot of hateful things at us, but we just have to do our best to ignore them. Because in the end, haters are going to hate, and that's what they do. And they pick the wrong school. So we just have to do what Tina does best and embrace our love and become unified this unity rally. Turn the time over to you.